everyone, it's Sharon from Sharon at Sea, and I am here, if you didn't notice here, I am in costume here. I am here to talk about the pros and cons of New Orleans. All right, we talked about this last week about some of the hotels, good top hotels to stay out there, and we're going to talk about a little bit about some of the pros and cons. Now, there's a lot of pros and a few cons as well. So, as far as the pros go, it is a great place to, if you are into art and history, right there in Jackson Square. You'll find like all kinds of music, art. There's artists in the streets just drawing things. You'll have tarot card readers, live performances, dancers. There's shopping. I mean, it's just all kinds of things right there in Jackson Square. Then, of course, you have the French Quarter where you will find all kinds of interesting things going on, especially late at night. So if you're into an entertaining time there, you will find it all. There's the Garden District with some lovely Victorian homes there. The Superdome, one of the largest enclosed arenas in the world, is there. And then you also have Mardi Gras during Mardi Gras season. So, and that is a party. It is also known for some of the best Cajun food around. I mean, it's awesome. One of my favorites, though, is actually the beignets. I love the beignets, and there's a little restaurant down by the water called Café du Monde where you can get the best beignets ever. And I didn't realize this, but I guess beignets is the Louisiana's state donut. So that's interesting. Anyways, so there are all kinds of things to do, lots to do for a pre-cruise stay. You know, wander around there. Just, you know, you don't even have to spend any money just to you know, see things and have a good time. It's a very interesting place to go. Always something to do. Now, for the downside, a few cons is you do need to watch out. There are times you need to watch out for your safety there. With it being a place where people just kind of walk around the streets and a lot there for, it is, you do have to watch where you walk at night. Now, just like with anywhere, there are good and bad areas. But in New Orleans, you do not want to walk down any dark streets at night where you do not see a lot of people. It is known to have some crime there. It's not safe, and especially as a tourist, stay in the lit areas where all the tourists are. And another thing, you may not want to go in the summertime. The summertime is very, very hot and humid, almost miserable humid. So you may want to cruise during the other months, but you know, it's not like you're going to be out there for that long. But just a warning, that is kind of weather-wise a bad time to go. See, another cons, the restaurants, they can tend to be overpriced, but just like, you know, any tourist place, they're going to be overpriced, but you will get amazing food. Let's see, what else? The hotels are overpriced as well. One thing about New Orleans you'll find it's kind of interesting is most of the hotels are a little older, kind of historic. They're either been renovated or some really haven't been renovated. They're just like, years ago I stayed in one that was, I don't know what it was. It was like an old apartment type place or something, and they refurbished it into a hotel, and it's just amazing what they'll charge for these things. But anyways, the hotels are just overpriced for what you get. Most of them are older, you know, some have been renovated, some have not. So you just have to do your research on where you want to stay. There are places closer to the cruise terminal to stay. There's places right in the heart of the French Quarter to stay. You know, so it just depends, but do your research. Let's see, what else can I find? Driving. You probably do not want to rent a car and drive in New Orleans. Take the public transportation. It is crazy there for driving, so don't do it. And like I said, one other last thing is, I'm just going to leave you with, is the safety. Try not to venture out past where you see Royal Street. That is the kind of area you do not want to go past for safety. And other than that, you can have an awesome time in New Orleans. It is a great place, great food, fun place to be. Have some drinks. Just entertaining. There is, like I said, tons of entertainment around. A great place, especially for just a 1 or 2 nights pre-cruise stay. You will not be bored. Take my word for it. And make sure you get a few of these while you're there as well. Until next time, happy cruising.